air-powered rocket launcher. There's like a bike valve right there, and it pumps into these big tanks. And then I have a sprinkler valve, a sprinkler solenoid that is released by this little button. It has two 9-volt batteries in there, and when you press this, you hear that click. That opens up the air to launch up this rocket. Well, I'm going to attempt to turn this rocket launcher into a mini, like, rocket for a Pinewood Derby car. I'm going to turn my Pinewood Derby car into a rocket launcher. We have the Pinewood Derby car, which we're not going to carve. I've already sanded it down, rounded the corners. So here we have the launch pad, and then we have the solenoid, and we're going to have a tank standing up, probably about that tall on top of it, and it's going to sit right there in the middle of the car. A tank.
And this is a bumper?
And then when the button gets pressed, it's going to shoot all the air out the back and launch the car forward. Is my hope. That's my But we're going to test design. That didn't work.
What happened?
Well, it shot air out, but it didn't make the car move.
So what are we gonna do now?
I don't know, we're screwed. One little burst of air isn't enough. It needs to be more of a constant push. It's not very big. It moved a little bit. This is version 2. The version 1 did not work. The start gate is usually a little stick, like a little rod that holds the car in place, and then when the race starts, the rod goes down. So the design here is this will be resting on top of that rod, and then when the start gate drops, it'll push the button, hopefully. After reading on a website of another design that's similar to this, they used a very, very, very small opening. So I got my smallest drill bit and drilled a tiny little hole in the back. It may be too small, we'll see. But I figured better too small than too big, then we can go bigger if we need to. We're gonna launch it.
Oh baby.
We're gonna launch our car. Hopefully it's not a dud. Okay, no. Drop this in there. Drop that on there.
Which way is it? Oh, this way.
No, slide it in the screws. Slide it in the screws inside, yeah, there you go. Dud, here, push the button, just push the button. Yay!
Yay!
Nothing happened. Here's the final design. Whoa, it's gonna fall. Today is the big race. I've mounted a plastic tube on top of the car, just with super glue, and I put a piece of a sponge and taped it on there just for, I don't know, padding, but then it didn't really act as padding. So at the beginning of the race, I'll slide this in like that, and this will be loaded with air. I'll have this loaded with air, and then I have a push button start. So now I've taken all the weight off the car, where instead of having this all mounted on the car. Alright, now I just cut 3 pieces of triangle out of cardstock and super glued them to the tube. And so now we have some fins to maybe help it fly straight. And I still haven't tested it. And I'm tempted just to leave it until the actual race to see if it works. Alright, Batman wins! 1, 2, 1, 3. Lacey, don't jump over.
It crashed.
Was it fun awesome? Rows and rows of windmills.
Who would have thought? Not me.
They're all going. Usually there's some stalled.
Yeah.
Although back there was some up on the hill that
There's
were
even
stalled.
up here that are going. Yeah.
No, there's one
Crazy.
stalled. There's one dead one.
There's dead one.
See it?
New battery.
Alright folks, it's midnight. We just drove home from California. It took 2 hours more than we expected. And now I'm building a dang dollhouse. Because it was Minnie Stubbs' birthday yesterday. But because we're in California, we didn't give her her presents. It took a little over an hour.